Back everyone, this is GTA Failer. In our last video we caught all the rare fish and sold them to Donald Duck. That gave us a bunch of coins and brought us all the way up to our current coin total of 2,241. There's exactly two sources of coins left in this game, and we're going to tackle both of those sources today. They're both pretty athletic. The first one is stickball. So we've actually already done stickball. Here I'm showing you the 2241. We've already done stickball. What we needed to do earlier in this video series was get at least 10 hits altogether. Remember, each one of my opponent's hits counts, and so do my hits. And once we got our at least 10, we got a golden feather. That was pretty cool. If you get at least 20, you get a coin bonus. And so that's what we're after right here. And same tips as before. I like to hang out at the back of the kind of light colored square on my side of the court, the left side of the square as from the direction we're facing. And then I follow the shadow of the ball as opposed to looking at the ball itself. And if the shadow is moving quickly, I run back. And if the shadow is moving slowly, I run forward. And there, I just got out of the way. I didn't need any more. We were solidly above 20. That's my new record. I got to come up with a new reward. I'm going to give you all the money in my pocket. Whoa, that's a lot. I don't want to take all your money. It's okay. My family's rich. Oh, well, okay, I guess. All right, so we were at 2241. Now we're at 2291. So you get 50 coins for getting at least 20 hits there in stickball. That can be a tough challenge for sure. So keep at it. I know it can be frustrating to come close but fail to get that that magical 20 plus number. And now the last source of coins is 3 races from this guy, Avery. So first, a different save file to read the sign. Do you like reading signs? I assume so, since this is happening right now. Well, I can introduce you to something way better than reading. 2 words, parkour race. Parkour race. I'll be back right after I set up the finish line at the abandoned building. Avery. Are you Avery? Yes, that's me. Did you read my ad? The sign? Yeah. Great. So, you want to race? Sure. Fantastic. So there's an abandoned building to the west of here. At least I think it's abandoned. Anyway, I'm thinking we should race to the top of it. Whoever touches the post up there first wins. Also, we should only use 5 golden feathers. That'll make it more interesting. You ready? Let's race. Awesome. Let's do this. Okay, we get a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and then that red flag at the top of the screen tells you where you're supposed to be heading ultimately. So if you had enough feathers, you could just make a beeline directly towards the flag, which is at like a higher elevation than we are here. But anyway, in this first attempt, I just wanted to show you the path that Avery follows. I intend to lose this first attempt just so that you can see the losing text. I'll lose the first attempt of each of the 3 parkour races. And I had to splice in that sign because actually we read it earlier in this playthrough. So I just started a new game and went over here and wanted to show you the sign. And then now we're back to the regular save file. So Avery goes up this hill a little bit to give himself some elevation, and then glides in for the victory. It's that yellow stake right up there. Boom. Nice job, Avery. All right, so now we'll get to see the losing text. I won. You put up a good race. That was really fun. Oh, I nearly forgot. I've got something for you. You found a walkie-talkie. If you ever get lost during a race, bring me up and we can start over. Okay, so let's check out that walkie-talkie right now. It's a cool new toy. An ancient incarnation of the cell phone. Use this to contact Avery. Hey, I'm right here. All right, so if Avery's on the screen, when you use the walkie-talkie, he says, hey, I'm right here. What if we get slightly off the screen? Hey, where are you? I'm still at that old building. All right, let's go back and check. Indeed, he is. All right, what if we're far away, but we can still see him on the screen? Hey, I'm right here. All right, good to know. So now I think it's time to do a rematch. We can show Avery who's boss. Well, first we'll ask him about the marathon. There's this big race happening today. Well, it's a little embarrassing, but I was supposed to run in the marathon today, but it turns out I missed registration. Oh, sorry, that sucks. Yep, gotta say, I was pretty bummed out. Kind of felt like giving up on racing. But then I spent like 2 hours watching parkour videos, and now my new passion is parkour racing. I'm glad you were willing to help me practice. Okay, now it's time to do a rematch. He's down. Let's try it again. And so this time I'll kick Avery's butt. Now it turns out that if you win, you get a medal, but you actually have to win this first race twice to get the medal. So if you only win once, that's not enough to get the medal. You got to win twice. Same thing is true on the second race. You can see there, if we just glide high enough, we can clear the entire river and waterfall, and that puts us here well before Avery is close. I'll even fast forward through some of the waiting time here at quadruple speed. And then I will grab the victory. Let's go. So the first race you have to win twice to get the medal. So you can see here my first victory, I did not get a medal. I have to do a rematch. And the second race, you also have to win twice to get the medal. But the third race, whichever race is the third one that you choose, you only have to win it once to get the medal. Okay, and now let's keep on trucking and we'll show this guy who's boss. If you want to get that medal, then you probably want to win the first time, but not by a lot. Like just hang out near the, oh, that was lucky. I hit the umbrella. That was cool. Just like hang out near the finish line, but don't actually touch it until Avery comes on the screen, because at some point Avery starts copying your moves and essentially he just becomes the ghost of your best time. Kind of like in some of the Mario Kart games, maybe all of the Mario Kart games where you can race your previous best ghost. I gotta catch my breath. Okay, Claire, you got me beat. I think I owe you this. You found a medal. Whoa, where'd you get this? I have my ways. Anyway, next time we race, I'll be sure to use what I learned from you. So if you want the medal, make sure that you don't, here you can see that they're just copying exactly the technique I used in the previous round. The only reason I think I have a chance of winning here, if I have a chance of winning, is because I just waited near the finish line before. And so then I can beat my previous ghost because I waited near the finish line with my previous ghost. So anyway, a little bit cheesy, but unless you plan on setting a personal record every time, you should not do your best in the first few attempts. That'll make it harder for you to beat him in the future. Okay, so he's happy to race all day. I'm probably not happy to race all day, but again, I just want to show you the identical strat. So I'm racing against my previous best ghost. Take that, previous best ghost. And I think I lost that one, so let's see the text here. I did it, finally. Although, if I'm being honest, I kind of copied your strategy from last time. Yeah, no kidding, Avery. Those are my patented moves. Okay, so now we're heading to the next location. You can see here still at 2291 coins. I've got one medal. If I look at the medal, inspect it, it says certified better than Avery. Hey, well, that's pretty clear. Looks like it's just a gold coin glued to a ribbon. All right, so you can extract the coin. I'm going to leave it be for right now until we get all 3 medals, and then you better believe we're extracting that coin because these are the last coins available to us in the entire game, and we want all of them. So now we're headed to the second of the 3 races. I don't know if there's a particular order you need to do them in. Sometimes I would hang out by one of the starting lines of the race and Avery just wouldn't be there, and then I would run away and I would just let the game sit for 10 minutes and Avery still wouldn't be there. Here's our second spot, but first I'm going to splice in another attempt where there's a sign here. Dear sign reader, hi. I don't know you, but you're probably pretty cool. I'm cool too. We should race each other. It would be cool. BRB. I'm going to set up a ribbon at the lighthouse. Avery. Okay, here's back to our normal save file, but this is like the, it's not our normal save file, it's the first time I'm seeing Avery in this save file. And so he introduced himself, and then it's the same basic idea, but I just wanted to show you that text as well. This is a 3-feather race going to the lighthouse. Here I don't have any feathers, and he says it might be hard to keep up without any feathers. And then you can say, wait, never mind, and then he'll wait until you find some feathers, or you can say, let's race. Actually, I think I have 2 feathers in this race. Yeah, there's the 2 in the lower left. And you can just race anyway, and it's fine. I'm not going to show you this race in its entirety. I'll splice back to the original playthrough. All right, so now we're interested. And again, same rules, same text, same dialogue as before, except for the introduction part where he says, hey, I'm Avery, and I want to race you. Okay, let's do this. So this one is to the lighthouse, and again, I'm just going to try to follow Avery to show you his path, and I'll also intend to lose this first race to the lighthouse, and we'll see what text he gives us. And while we're losing this race to Avery, I'll read a little bit more from the shorthike.fandom.com about the characters. So there's a few more characters we've met since I last read from this page. First one is Permit Guy. He's the one that gave us the worms, and he lost his hiking permit. This character has no canonical name or gender. They are a gray cat, and they wear a green and aqua shirt. They will frantically claim that their camping setup is legal, but quickly cave and give Claire some fish bait to bribe her. After Claire tells them that she won't tell anyone, they tell Claire that they lost their permit and then a fish ate it. All right, so should we do a rematch? I think we can do better than we just did. Let's try it again. Claire can then catch a fish in Meteor Lake, which will have a camping permit in its mouth. After returning the camping permit to Permit Guy, they will give Claire the rest of their bait. Okay, so here I'm going to try to win this race. And I'll keep reading from that same page, this time about Bill the Walrus. Bill is a walrus, and he wears a two-tone blue shirt and a sun hat. He can be found sitting on a bridge at the northwestern edge of Meteor Lake. He will offer to teach Claire how to fish and gives her a fishing rod. Pretty cool. And then the last person we'll read about today is Avery. Avery is a brown eagle, and she wears a red and pink shirt. They can be found in 3 locations: a mountain behind the graveyard, that was the first race we did, a hill next to the Royal Ridge Trail, that's the second race that we did, and then the third one, Avery will be at a ledge down the hill of the visitor center. You've got some slick moves, but I messed up a bit. I think I could have done much better. So you can see my first victory here. I did not get the medal. We still have, well, then we can radio. So we still have the one medal from before. And if we radio here, hey, I'm waiting for you. Oh, I guess I never actually finished this race. That's what's happening. So you don't need to wait for Avery to finish the race in order to call and give up. You can just give up via the walkie-talkie at any point. All right, let's do a rematch. So like I was saying, I don't have the medal yet. I need to beat Avery twice on this race to get the medal. Okay, coming back to the webpage. However, she can only be found at the 3rd location after Claire has climbed Hawk Peak. Yeah, so this is something that I struggled with earlier in my playthrough, is that I kept waiting for Avery at the 3rd starting point, the one we haven't yet done in this video playthrough, and she would never show up, and it's because I hadn't yet gotten to the top of Hawk Peak and gotten that nice long cutscene up there. Avery gives Claire a walkie-talkie, and then Claire can call her wherever she is. The player could race with Avery on one of the 3 routes, and when the player beats Avery at each course once, this unlocks an achievement. Yeah. All right, that's number 2 victory here at the Lighthouse course, so we should get a medal because we're a speed demon. Awards. All right, medal number 2. Awesome. Don't think I'm done yet. I'm still improving, so I'll get you next time. Okay, I think this is in double speed here. I don't remember what I'm trying to show here. I think I'm probably just going to show you the losing text after you've won twice and gotten your medal. Alright, Avery just got me. I won! Phew! That was tight. I hope you don't mind, but I borrowed some of your moves for that run. You didn't just borrow some, you borrowed all. Literally every move. Okay, so now we're headed to the last starting race markers. And this is in quadruple speed here. Just have to basically head to the south of this island, and then it's near the visitor center. But again, I'm going to cut in. I'm going to splice in another attempt where we're just meeting Avery for the first time. So here we go. Hi, my name is Avery. It's a pleasure to meet you. This is a different save file. I think I saw your sign. You did. Excellent. So have you come to race me? Sure. Fantastic. Okay, so what if we raced all the way to the summit? Whoa, first one of the top wins. I only have 9 feathers. Don't use more than that. One more thing. Take this. All right, so you get the walkie-talkie at the start of this race because it's so long, and so you can just restart without having to wait, you know, the 2 minutes or whatever for Avery to get up there. In this save file, I don't have running shoes, and so Avery's like, hey, you might want to get some running shoes. And it turns out it's not required. But anyway, it's just a suggestion from Avery if you meet her without the running shoes. Okay, so I'm not going to do this race here because I have no feathers instead of 9 and no running shoes instead of 2. So now let's go back to the regular save file. Hello again. We've got a bit of a crazy idea, but it's like a good crazy idea. Will you hear me out? Sure. Okay, so what if we raced all the way to the summit? Oh, that is a crazy idea, but a good one. The rules are simple. First one to the top wins. I only have 9 feathers, so don't use more than that, okay? All right, and then we will race. So, essentially, I'm just heading straight for that red marker, the red flag at the top of the screen. The tricky part here is that, and I'm showing this in double speed, this is quadruple speed because it's such a long race, it's like 2 minutes. You don't need to memorize my route. Again, I'm just heading like straight, like aggressively straight for that flag at the top. Things get a little bit tricky when you're when you're in the ice zones. All I'll say is that when you go through that wind tunnel and you make this left, like don't fly, like don't do it, just climb, because that's the least intensive in terms of using up your feathers. Here you can rub it into Avery. I'm running and talking here, but what's up? And then I'll say, nothing much. There's no time to chit-chat. A race is underway. It is, Avery, and you're getting your butt kicked right now. All right, so we'll fast forward through some more of the weight here and eventually let Avery win. So it's actually not this stake here with the yellow feather. It's actually the top. Yes, I love a good race. Thanks for racing me. I hope I haven't tired you out. Okay, and then we'll try the rematch. And again, we'll put this in super fast forward. But largely, you just have to make sure you conserve your feathers and head straight towards that red flag. Really, the part in the ice is the only part that's tricky. Right, and then we're waiting. We're going to win this one, but I just want to give myself as much time to win the rematch if I want to win the rematch before they copy me. All right, so you can see here we got the parkour race trophy. We got the medal, even though this was our first victory on this this course. You don't have to beat the last course twice. You only have to beat it once. Here's another victory for us. You beat me again. I can't believe it only took you 128 seconds. You're definitely the better racer. I ought to try your route next time. Yeah, and then as soon as you beat all 3 races at least once, you get that Parkour Master Trophy, the achievement. All right, so let's take a look at the coins, 22.91. Again, that's the current total. And now we're going to look at these 3 medals. An extremely homemade looking medal. It's a gold coin glued to a ribbon. I feel bad about this, but All right, so each medal gives us 7 coins. We had 22.91, now we're at 22.98. Let's get another one, which will bring us to 23.05. Guess we don't feel bad the second or third time around. No dialogue to that extent anyway. And then the last coins we will collect in this entire video series, 7 more coins, bringing us to our grand total of 2,312. I think that's it, gang. I don't think you can collect a single coin more than 2,312. What's left to do? Well, there's plenty left to do in this game, so stick with me. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.